Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris in our Song of the Stars series. Sorry this episode's a little bit late. I think I am going to upload it on the day of the recording. I've just been super busy over the past 24, 48 hours. Plus, to tell you the truth, I just had an eventful night to watch last night, as did, those of us in the United States, but also just people in the world in general curious to know how that event turned out. But we're not going to talk about that. We are going to focus on what we have to be doing here. We are really suffering on influence, and I got a really great comment that helped lay out some of the ways you can get influence back. Some of it I knew, some of it I didn't. So we can actually gain influence by, you can see here. I mean, we can declare other empires rivals. We can upgrade the planetary capital to the highest possible level, which we need to check this out on Nalzaroth. Let's have a look and see what that upgrade would cost. 173 to bring this up to the highest possible level. That would get us some additional influence. The other thing we could do is we could unsuppress some of the factions we're suppressing, which I am going to do to an extent, just not very much. Hang on, factions, where are you? I had this pulled up a second ago. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and unsuppress this Nal Ulaz Liberation Vanguard, because I frankly don't think that they're going to be that much of a threat. And beyond that, we've got another small factor in here. We have an emancipation movement that started where are you? This is Stirpes Canive. Who are you? Where are you? Not telling me anything about... Oh, hang on. Yeah, here we go. So, several populations are pop units on Nal Obrium. Interesting. Is there not a way to actually see... This is how many loyalists there are, so this is how many non-faction involved population we have. So, these population units, Nal Obrium in particular. Let's see if we can find... Nal Obrium. I believe Nal Obrium is in one of these sectors. I don't think it's in Sekhmet. It might be here. No, that's Nal Brinnis. There's another Savannah world there. That could be useful to know. Oh, Obrium. Here it is. All right, so Nal Obrium is here, and it is... Okay, it's a slave world. Of course there's a faction there. Let's see, what else can we do here? Not a whole lot. Let's see if there's anything else we can build on these other planets. We do have the ability to upgrade this to a mine, so let's do that. It's going to get rid of a food production tile there, but that's all right. Also had a bit of a discussion in the comments about specializing planets, as opposed to, doing what I've been doing so far. Let's go ahead and unpause things. Tell you what, before we do that, do we want to... I think I want to keep this one suppressed, to tell you the truth. No, I'm not going to grant them independence. But yeah, we had this discussion in the comments, me and I think one other commenter, someone else might have joined in, but there was this whole notion about how you should specialize your planets in Stellaris. And there's an argument, which I might well pursue in the future of the series. There's an argument for when you find a planet, let's just take Ceramore, for instance. And let's say, let's take this one here that we were just looking at. So this is our newest colony in our home sector. So let's say that I was still really hurting for energy. What I could actually do is just dedicate this planet to producing energy. Screw all of these bonuses and just have it produce energy. I will pursue policies like that in the future to meet specific needs, but I have to say, just based on my play with Stellaris so far, I'm probably not inclined to do... Let's go ahead and unpause again. I'm probably not inclined to do much in the way of specializing planets that severely, because what happens then is you lose all of those innate bonuses to those tiles. They get suppressed. And normally those innate bonuses would be helping you out if you actually built the correct building type on each one. So as long as you build uniformly across an entire empire, then you actually stand a pretty good chance of
construction complete.
You stand a pretty good chance of having good numbers, as I've talked about in previous episodes as we've overcome this energy deficit.
Research complete.
Okay, we've got the leader lifespan plus 10 years. Let's see what new options we have here. Hey! Some good new ones. So we could go for... Yeah, we're going to do this. We're definitely going to go for Manifest Destiny. It's tempting to go for that atmospheric filtering as well. Ooh, cool. This is also a statecraft policy, so Sidefen Kapinit, who's our current researcher there, is going to research that fairly quickly. That's quite nice. So let's see what this construction ship could possibly do.
System survey complete.
You need to build mining stations and research stations. Actually, you have a lot to do. Mining stations.
Engaged.
What? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was sending these guys to engage the void cloud here in this system, and they're taking care of it rather nicely.
Situation log
there it is.
updated.
Excellent. Meanwhile, this science ship should be ready to go. Go ahead and do a research project and survey the system. Meanwhile, you guys go back and repair. Now, I had this fleet down here. Where were you going?
Construction complete.
You were just going to repair as well. That's right. They were in a combat there last episode. All right, so... the survey of Soval 3 has revealed a alien proto-civilization. Interesting. What do we have? All right, so this is a planet in the Spire and Foundation's space. I kind of feel like if I'm going to declare anyone my rival, it should be these guys. Hang on, let's have a look here. They're xenophobic isolationists. They're pacifists. Again, they're pathetic compared to us. The Spire and Foundations are xenophiles, so they're friendlier and they're spiritualist. We could definitely gain more influence by declaring a rivalry. Here. If we went ahead and made these guys our rivals, we'd get some additional influence. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. This will worsen our relations by negative 100. This will give us... Oh, wow. That's not a lot of extra influence. That's really not. I was expecting at least another point. I guess we have to rival more empires to get full points of influence. Oh. Well, let's do it anyway. So I've just rivaled the serene Hanfalier state, which is closer to us. Okay, good. Those implants have been removed, and we got some additional society research, which is excellent considering that... Oh, wow. That's a lot less time on the Manifest Destiny project on account of that little boost. Very nice. All right, you go back to auto-exploring, please. So it looks like we have a couple of worlds here that are potentially habitable by the voices. So we have some colonizing to do this episode as well. As soon as we have broader borders, another thing that we can do... Oh, hey, we have unemployment. Really? On Darren Met? Oh, you don't have anything to do. Let's change that, shall we? Not a slave processing facility, but... Let's go ahead and do a frontier clinic there. And then here we will go ahead and do, predictably, a power plant. Because we need to make sure our energy surplus stays nice and high. So what was I saying? What? Oh yeah, as soon as we get the border expansion, I will be able to remove this frontier outpost, and possibly some other frontier outposts as well, which are also costing me influence. Milas Ka Evola, the guy that we waited so long... That's a her? What? Alright, so less experience gain for that leader, unfortunately. Man. That is unfortunate. But we'll make do. Alright, so this construction ship, you now need to come here, build some mining stations.
Construction complete.
Alright, this is definitely in the voices space
System
as well.
survey complete.
And we need to build an observation post in Ovany, as I recall. And then mining stations here in Angitanar. Angitanar. That's how you pronounce it. I think. I hope. I wonder. We'll see. Alright. So it looks like both of our fleets are going to be in one system again. Let's have another look at what we need to upgrade here. Power plant would be best there. Population continuing to boom on some of my original planets, helping with the power situation. Happiness of the slaves on Furtist is generally crappy. Let's go ahead and clear this. Absolutely. So we're clearing that last mountain on Nal Sarah. And tell you what, how are we doing on... We've got more than enough food. Let's go ahead and do... Screw it, let's do another power plant. Can't hurt. Okay, looks like our fleets are healing up. Quite nice.
Analyzed. System survey complete.
A small rectangular object on the surface of this planet is deflecting all scanning beams like a mirror. Yeah, we've seen that. Research that, please. It's right here in Amgathora. Okay. Easier to pronounce than at first glance. So, okay, we definitely need to upgrade these hydro farms. Let's take care of that. Got some more unemployment. What's happening here? Ah, we've got an unemployed slave. Let's... Alright, food-wise, you're doing great here. And let's go ahead... Yeah, let's do it. More energy. Let's just take care of it. Meanwhile, we've got 56.2 influence coming in. Okay, Science Officer Miles Cavola and the rest of the crew of the Lum Runner were unable to locate the reflecting object that was reported in the initial survey of Amgathora 6. Perhaps just a sensor glitch. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so they're done investigating here. So you just need to go back to auto-explore, don't you? We're going to keep exploring that direction to see
System survey complete.
What might be going on this outer edge of the Uko-Praknar Watchers. 34 months remaining. There were more months, or there were fewer months a second ago than that. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that again. That's strange. All right, so we've encountered looks like a Renaissance civilization here in Higma. So how many? Let's have a look at. Oh. Okay, so this is one of the new introductions in Leviathan. As the Lum River approaches the Gargantua black hole, they find that they are not alone. At the edge of the event horizon, it soars, reflecting light from the stars being drawn into the dark, gaping hole, a gigantic construction in the shape of a perfect sphere. We cannot pick up any signals from it, nor does anything we send make it respond. It simply sits at the edge of the abyss, waiting. Begins the Technosphere
Situation
event
log
chain.
updated.
What? Okay, where are you? Gargantua. Okay, it's actually in the Spirine Foundation's space. Let's have a closer look. This is the Infinity Machine. News of a giant being seen in the dark void of space is spreading across the Empire like a plague. There is concern and optimistic wonder, but mostly brings... There is concern and optimistic wonder, but it mostly brings an existential dread to the populace. Historical documents will record this day as one of tremendous importance. So they're talking about this thing. We are but motes of dust. A Class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. The small planetoid's orbit appears far too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. Look into that for me, please. Love the black holes in Stellaris. They look nothing short of perfect. Alright, so we're still doing a little bit of exploring down there, but mostly up here.
Complete.
Not finding any worlds suitable for the voices just yet. But speaking of that, let's go ahead and go to our expansion planner again. Let's go to the voices. Now, Gossick 3 is still requiring a ridiculous amount of influence to get to, and Gossick 3 is way over here. Now, if I reduce the colonization percentage to this... Actually, hang on. Yeah, okay, it was already at that. If I reduce it to 40, then we're in a better situation. So, let's see. The voices could actually colonize this, but we would have to... That would actually... You know what? We probably need to make that happen, because then we could undo this frontier outpost. We have to create a new sector, but we could undo this frontier outpost and start making more influence, which is a major focus right now. So, tell you what, let's do it. Let's take some voices from the core colony. Let's put the colony ship right smack dab in the middle. And this is, let's just say Nal Viab. First planet in the Conviab system. So we're going to have a small sector over here, and we can take advantage of the fact that there's a savanna world here, there's an arid world here, there's other places we can colonize with the voices with that in mind. And speaking of that, tell you what, we've got a savanna world here. May as well look into this. Hostile fauna on this planet. Now we could terraform it to a desert or arid world, but we don't have atmospheric manipulation yet. Some of you have asked me in the comments, why aren't you terraforming some of these planets? And the fact is, I don't have the terraforming capacity to actually transform them into very voices-friendly world. I need atmospheric manipulation first. So right now, these are dry worlds, these savanna worlds, these arid worlds, desert worlds. The voices don't like that. They're from wet climates. They need continental, they need tropical, or they need ocean. And right now we're just not fitting that description. But we're going to colonize this one anyway. I think we are. Anyway, let's see. That's in Yad Bem. Maybe we're not. Hang on. Yeah, Yad Bem 2. I don't see it on the list. So this might have an even smaller chance. Yeah, it's got a 30% colonization chance. Yeah, needs to be 40, which we reviewed in the last episode. Damn. Okay, well, we're not colonizing that, unless we colonized it with some of our slaves, which right now I'm not confident with how the slaves situation is going. So, for some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Spica 7. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this and also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. Begun. Okay. You need to auto-explore. Yeah, go there. That's exactly where I wanted you to go.
Construction complete.
So we do also have a scout that's hanging out down here. We've uncovered a good amount of territory.
Complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
We've got our colony ship building up on Nalzaroth, so we're going to colonize over here as planned. Let's have a look around to see what else might be buildable. Oh, wait. Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and mine some minerals here. Mining network. Yep. Suppress the food. Got plenty of food on that planet. That's fine by me. Upgrade this power plant. Upgrade that one as well.
Construction complete. Anomaly found.
.425-11B1 has been partially hollowed out and carved with exquisite precision. There is something familiar about the lines and curves etched into the rock. Cool. Research it.
Construction complete.
I am liking the auto-explore mechanic a lot. It definitely does make life easier as far as not giving constant orders. Let's see how we're doing research-wise. We're 23 months. See, it was saying 20-something earlier in the episode.
System survey.
So I'm frustrated that it seemed to jump upward briefly.
Construction complete.
Or it seemed to jump down and then back up as far as the amount of time remaining. But this extra 20% border range should help us. Oh, wait. Most of the asteroid has been laser chiseled with great precision into the likeness of a small voices temple, or large shrine, a shrine to the Untold, the great destroyer deity of old choral faiths. The temple has been tumbling through the quiet of space for far longer than we have been capable of spaceflight, which is disturbing at best. terrifying at worst. Naturally, Science Officer Sturpes Kavivan urges us to search for more stellar objects that match the characteristics of this space temple, and has uploaded a list of likely candidates in nearby systems to the situation log. Then a looking we shall go.
Situation log
Shrines to the
updated.
old gods. Cool! First likely shrine location. We're going to track all these. Oh, wow. Are you serious? They're all in our home sector. Really? I would not have expected that. All right, so let's call the Lumrona back. Hang on. The silhouettes discernible from orbit are indeed buildings, and closer inspection revealed them to be of obvious martial nature. We've done this already. So we've got a special
Situation
project.
log updated.
The Viva Enora has entered the Ofang system, and its crew
Construction
report that a stellar
complete.
object, not
System
unlike the
survey
Shrine to the Untold, is indeed orbiting the star. So I think this is our colony ship. Yeah. Interesting. So the colony ship has spotted one of these objects. But there
System
was
survey
also...
complete.
Alright, pause for a second, game. You're going too fast. Situation log. Alien barracks. Go to. Where's the science ship that discovered this? Research that, damn it. Meanwhile, yeah, this science ship needs to come back. Do that research project. Actually, wait. Oh, okay, so evidently you have to visit each one. Fair enough. All right, well then go ahead and research that one.
Construction complete.
All right, so here's our colony ship arriving in Conviab. And as soon as that colony is being established, or as soon as it's been established, I'm going to dismantle
Construction complete.
this outpost here.
System survey complete.
Fengnar 3 also needs to be colonized. Let's take care of that. Shall we? Expansion planner. Let's go ahead and go up to 40%. Fengnar 3, perfect. Not a great spot for landing a colony here. Let's go ahead and put it right... Let's put it there. I think there's only one possible option for this system. Or that planet, rather. It's Null Fang. Alright, so they're going to colonize there as well. So we're going to have a couple of planets in this new sector kind of off the middle of the core here. Which will enable us, once again, as I've mentioned, to disable this frontier outpost, which will give us more influence. And help us establish more colonies faster. Also, again, when we have additional border range, we can dismantle this one probably as well, which will help us get even more influence. Okay. Science Officer Euphite Bellama's thorough xenohistorical analysis of the military installation on Lavasio 2 has yielded few tangible results. The base was constructed before the planet turned completely barren, but it is unclear if its current inhospitability is the result of an armed conflict or some more peaceful or even natural process. We have read this already. Alright, so that's that. You need to keep exploring.
System survey
Okay, it seems like we met a new empire, possibly. No, you need to come here and survey this system. I don't know why you're running away from the system, but it seems like there's something out there it's worth looking at. So we're going to keep a close eye on that system as well. Alright, so our science ship is on its way back to investigate this new quest chain, Shrines to the Old Gods, that we've received. Meanwhile, this construction ship doesn't have anything to do. Okay, so we have, in fact, encountered new aliens. Let's go ahead and research them. So we could potentially get influence or special project
Special
with them.
project complete.
Okay, no, we did gain influence from that. That's good. Oh, hey, space foxes! I speak on behalf of the Rigan Commerce Exchange. We have facilitated trade negotiations between interested parties on our starbase in the Suizuno system for more than 1,000 of your years. If you happen to possess more minerals or energy than you need... Oh, okay, this is one of the new... I think it's new to the Leviathans patch. These are the... Let me see. can't remember. The enclaves. That's what it is. They're the enclaves. All right. Well met. Very cool. So there's an enclave here in Sluzuno. Now I don't know.
Construction
And
complete.
here they are in their little space station. Neato. So I can communicate with them like this. So we could trade minerals or energy credits. We're completely full up on both, but we did just gain a lot of influence by meeting them. So that's good news. What's this construction ship doing? Alright, nothing really that they can do. But
System survey
for
complete.
14 months, we are 1 year away from an expansion to our borders. Meanwhile, looks like... How's this colony doing? Wait. We picked up a signal. It originates from the titanic metal sphere we encountered earlier, previously impervious to contact attempts. It now sends out a rhythmic pulse of radio waves pointed towards the black hole it orbits. What it's doing is beyond any of our staff, but this signal might have created an opening into the sphere for our scientists to exploit. Fascinating.
Situation log updated.
Reaching for the orb. Oh, you're kidding me. Are we really doing this? Okay, so... We're going to send the Lumreva, one of our original science ships, our original science ship, I believe, to investigate that. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. And we are 13 months away from Manifest Destiny, so our border range is going to take a huge jump. How's the colony doing here? We should be establishing a colony, I would think. Okay, wait. Suddenly I'm confused. We had a colony being established here, didn't we? Am I going crazy? I'm gonna have to go back and watch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and see what happened there. I hope I didn't... What's this? Research station. This is a research station. So we've got a couple of research stations set up. No, there supposed to be... This is an Arctic world. Yeah, we were settling here. We had a colony ship that was on its way here to settle. Where did it go? That could be a bug with the new expansion planner. Oh, that's weird. And that's kind of an anticlimactic note to end this episode on. This is the final episode of Song of the Stars for this part of the series, and I hate to end on a weird note, but the colony ship has just disappeared. Not quite sure what's going on there. I mean, again, I can definitely go back and look. You guys can go back and look right now and see what happened to it. But, we remember, we saw it arriving because it was the one that detected the strange object here in Ofang, but then kept going. I saw it arrive here in Conviat. And then next time I looked, it was gone. Wait. We definitely have... Alright, Nalfang has been established. I'm so confused. Did it get diverted? Is that how it happened? When we gave the expansion planner orders to colonize this planet and that one at the same time? Oh, that's really dumb. I don't like that at all. Okay, I think that's what happened. Alright, so we've definitely got to colonize this planet again. Let's do this before the episode ends, now that I'm reasonably sure what happened. So I think that when we sent...
System survey complete.
Yes, I know. I think that when we sent the colony ship previously to this world... let's just say Nalviab. I don't remember if that was what it was before. But I think what happened is it diverted the colony ship we had sent, and because we ordered 2 colonies at once, and it just sent the existing colony ship down here to this system, because I haven't seen a second colony ship pop out and go scan that. That's weird. Anyway, on that note, this first part of Song of the Stars will conclude, and we'll jump back in for another 20 episodes in about 20 days or so. Exactly. Of course, if you're watching this in the backlog, the new episodes might have already started or they might be coming soon, so keep an eye out for that, or just jump to the next episode right now. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along if you're not subbed already. If you are not subbed already, I upload new episodes in Song of the Stars, or just any science fiction, simulation, or survival type gameplay every day at 6 Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT minus 5 now, for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next episode.